A coworker gave my lunchbox to our boss. She said, "I wish I had a husband who could cook like this." The day my lunchbox disappeared was the day everything I believed about work, kindness, and being seen quietly changed. It started like any other Tuesday: gray sky, burnt office coffee, the low hum of printers struggling to stay alive. I slipped my lunchbox into the shared fridge, the same dented blue one I'd carried for years. Inside was chicken biryani, still warm when I packed it at dawn, the smell clinging to my jacket as I rushed out the door. I didn't cook because I loved it. I cooked because I had to. My mother had been sick for years. Cooking was my way of making sure she ate something good when I wasn't home. Over time, I learned flavors, patience, timing. Food became my quiet language of care. By noon, when I opened the fridge again, my lunchbox was gone. At first, I assumed I'd forgotten it at home. Then I noticed the empty space where it had been, clean and deliberate, like someone had erased it. Looking for this? I turned to see Emily from accounting holding my lunchbox like a trophy. "Oh, yeah," I said, forcing a smile. "I was wondering where it went." She hesitated. "So. I kind of did a thing." My stomach sank. "I brought it to the executive floor," she said quickly. Our boss hadn't eaten all day, and the smell was incredible. I told her it was mine at first, but then. "You gave her my lunch?" I asked, stunned. "I'm really sorry," Emily rushed on. "I swear I'll buy you something. Anything you want." I didn't yell. I didn't know how. Before I could respond, the elevator doors chimed behind us. And out stepped Ms. Catherine Monroe, our boss. The boss. She was calm, composed, the kind of woman who made boardrooms fall silent just by entering them. She looked at me, then at the lunchbox in Emily's hands. Her lips curved into a soft smile. "Are you the one who cooked this?" she asked. I nodded, unsure why my heart was suddenly racing. She held the lunchbox closer, almost reverently. "I wish I had a husband who could cook like this." The hallway went silent. Emily's eyes widened. My face burned. Ms. Monroe laughed gently, sensing the awkwardness. "I mean that as a compliment," she added. "I haven't tasted food like that in years." She handed the lunchbox back to me. "But," she continued, "only if you don't mind, would you join me for lunch tomorrow? I'd love to hear the story behind it." Before I could answer, she was gone. That night, I barely slept. I replayed her words over and over. Not flirtation. Not mockery. Something deeper. Something human. The next day, I cooked again. Not just biryani, but fresh naan, lentils, and a simple cucumber salad. I packed 2 portions. When I arrived at the executive dining room, Ms. Monroe was already there, sleeves rolled up, no assistants, no phone. "This smells like home," she said quietly. We ate in silence at first. Then she spoke. "My husband passed away 7 years ago," she said, staring at her plate. "He used to cook when work overwhelmed me. After he died, I stopped tasting food. I just ate to survive." I swallowed hard. "I didn't mean to embarrass you yesterday," she added. "But your cooking reminded me that care can exist in small, ordinary places." I told her about my mother. About waking up early. About cooking being my way of loving without words. When lunch ended, she didn't offer promotions or favors. She simply said, "Thank you for reminding me why kindness still matters." Weeks passed. I didn't tell anyone about our lunches. But something changed. Ms. Monroe changed. She started greeting people by name. She approved flexible hours. She asked who needed help, really needed it. One afternoon, I was called into her office. "I'm starting a company initiative," she said. "A food drive. Cooking workshops. Paid volunteer days. She paused. I want you to lead it. I was speechless. I don't want titles, she continued. I want impact. And you understand that better than most. The initiative grew. Employees brought recipes from home, Mexican, Indian, Nigerian, Italian. We cooked together. Ate together. Shared stories. People who had barely spoken before were laughing over chopping onions. And every now and then, Ms. Monroe would taste something and smile, not sadly, but warmly. One day, Emily approached me. I never said thank you, she admitted. You didn't have to forgive me. I smiled. Sometimes losing a lunchbox gives you something bigger. Months later, my mother attended the company's open day. Ms. Monroe personally greeted her, thanking her for raising someone who cooked with heart. As I watched them talk, I realized something powerful. Kindness doesn't always announce itself. Sometimes it's packed quietly into a lunchbox at dawn. And sometimes, when shared, even unintentionally, it feeds more than hunger. It feeds humanity. And that, I learned, is the most powerful thing you can ever give.